mihlambi ezinkomo nabantu.
Yeah, today I guess I'm at war. Yeah, we're just gonna keep waging this war, I'm a bomb, because we need to get back to a point where we have a better understanding of what's going on. Sinbongilele bantwana. Basender class bezwar debate ngiyazi impela nibhizi lapha. Nithosa ama-braai nenze yonke lento ongayicabanga. Lungeleke. Siqale ngibonge ukuthi amalunga asemkhizwaneni kade sibambisene nawo ekuseni namhlanje uphumelana. Sicela indlela yokuphuma kuzo zonke lezi zinto sibashwe kuzo. Siyazi ukuthi abantu bakithi kade babecela inkululeko, bengazi ukuthi inkululeko yandle abayicelayo, kodwa ke sithelo ongusunguli ongundimankulu hayi akangenelele phela manje. Sesiduke kwanele engathi nje impela angasilekelela siphi icebo lokuphuma kulezi zinto. Ngibala wena ama-blood pact, wena lezi zinto lezi imphongolo ezivumelwano lezi kade nizenza konke nje. Siyacela impela ukuthi sikhishwe-ke manje siyisizwe ukuze sobona phela ukuthi kwenzakalani Nkosi yami. Kuningi nje okusinika inkinga. But ke I hope ukuthi yena wasiletha la usizwile. Yebo wona sekwavela kwabanye ukuthi cha ngempela nakanjani izwakele indawo yokucela kwethu. Sithembe ukuthi ke sizokwazi futhi ukuthi sibe ne determination because enye into futhi lento leyo ukuthi ukuyinikela nokuyimisela kube kusobelakala kakhulu endlini emnyama. This is why we end up in these situations because we're too relaxed. We get too relaxed. Isn't this ningi? Esikuzo, we don't even know how we ended up with those things. Sezi culture, sezi indlela yethu yokuphila. Empeleni kahle cha, kungenjalo. Ngoba nje savilapha kakhulu ukuthi siyilandelele izinto, sigcine word for word, letter to letter, act to act. Hlezi kukhona lento yokuthi hayi i-variation. Loku ni-add ama-variation, loku nonga, ni-add nonga, uyibona ngoba phela uthi wena unamandla okwenza, ufuna ukwenza kube kuhle kanti usuyakhipha usiko, usulikhipha usikweni sulifaka emkhubeni. Sivumeleke nathi lento ngoba siphaphe kakhulu. Asikwazi ukumela into sigcine njengoba injalo ingashintshi. Bese ngixakeka mina ukuthi manje ikhuluma ngamasiko kahle niyithatha phi le nto ngoba yonke into enaniyenza nayishare phansi. Yonke into eyenziwa kudala ayifinyelelanga kuthini, ayisekho. Sesiyabhidilisha nje, siyabhidilisha. Ngiyaxakeka ngempela uma nikhuluma indaba yesiko ngoba zihambela kude kakhulu nalo. But ke angifuni ukulwa kakhulu ngalolu daba. Hlezi ngilwa ngalo la ekhaya. Noma ngangixolelanga kodwa nje kunjalo. Ngixolisi nje futhi ngalokho. Le ndaba iyinkinga because if you start now looking back and tracing our steps back, you find ukuthi izinto eziningi ziyimfakela. Into eziningi ziyitayela ezazenziwa abathile ngoba nabo benza ukuthi bafuna ukwenza ngcono babukise. Kwagcina sekunamasiko eyimkhuba. Omembeso laba, omabo, obani. Zonke lezi zinto esenzenza itayela nje ezaqala kudala ngo-19 bani. Sekufikele igenge le. Ilapho nje asingeke sikhuluma kakhulu. Kodwa ke ngifuna sikhulume la kulezi zinto zezitayela zamakhandlela. Lesi sitayela samakhandlela ngempela ake nisithathe phi lesitayela samakhandlela. Ngoba phela ikhandlela ngesizulu yesibani. Futhi ke igama elithi isibani li-ambiguous kakhulu, liqondene kakhulu nalento yamakhandlela. Lamakhandlela njengoba ku-obvious ukuthi afike nalaba ahlanganaphi nomuntu nomsamu wakhe. Ngoba siyazi lamakhandlela laba nemibala yawo ehlukile. Akusinto entsha nje besibhizi nani nje manje cha. Abathakathi eNgilandi bebewasebenzisa kudala. Abathakathi eGermany, abathakathi le ko-Belgium kade babeqala benza. If you have to look up the British Inquisition things, you will find ukuthi around the spells there's always this thing of makhandlela ikakhulukazi lemnyama. Dalibathusa ke lemnyama kakhulu abelu. Kodwa nawo la amanye o-purple no orange no red no babeganga ngawo. And one of the things inquisitors were looking for in these houses of these women, ababethi bama witches, are those things. Quickly, sasibona amakhandlela la emakhaya. Hayi bomi isibane siyellow, hayi bomi isibane esibrown. Zivela phi lezi bani webangoma nabathandazi? Niyazi ukuthi achazani lamakhandlela? Elbovu nje livela phi elbovu ikhandlela lichaza ukuthini? Limeleni? noma nje hayi hamba umise ikhandlela so both kwenzakala no lento yamakhandlela bantwana ngigijime kakhulu because you see in your path to pursuing knowledge you end up going through certain things ukuze understand ukuthi what kind of entities they bring. Namhlanje nje wathi ngiye lapha phezulu esicongweni sentaba ngidlulile nje along the way ngabona uthi la kade kubaswe iziko kwamiswa amakhandlela la etshena ncibile inqwaba khona lelimnyama ngale eceleni uthi bekwenziwa something like nazo neimpaphe zeinkukhu la should bekubulawa neinkukhu khona la umuntu khona into ekade yenziwa la bazothi ke kade kwenziwe iladi ke ngiyazi kodwa that's witchcraft there ubuthakathi lokho sokwenziwa lapha. Now lo buthakathi lobu besingisi buhlanganaphi nabantu na yini manje lezi zinto sekuyi emasiko abantu? How did these things become amasiko? How did these things enter emsameni yethu? Lingene kanjani ikhandlela emsamu? What happened? Limeleni ikhandlela ebomvu, eliphephuli, eliblue? Hayi isithunywa samanzi. Yini isithunywa samanzi? Ubani loyo? Ubani lo oyisithunywa samanzi? What is his name? Ume ngaphansi kwayiphi ilegion yezingelosi? Ngabe kulezi ezaxoshwa noma kulezi ezasala esizulwini? Kodwa lezi ezasala emazulwini lapha nethi semazulwini khona endaweni leya asizizi la, azicaluzi la, ngoba akusiyo indawo yabantu ngathini abahlanzekile le. Indawo yabantu abaxoshwayo le. Njoba sila emhlabeni sizolungisa inkinga ezibandakanya kakhulu zonke izidalwa ezikhona in the universe ekufanele zilungiswe yithi. So yiziphi lezi zithunywa nisuke niphakamisa? Ubani lo sithunywa wamanzi? Ubani lo sithunywa lo oyelo, lo sithunywa oblue? Obani laba? Ngithi angibuze ngoba uma ubheka lapha kubathakathi besingisi namaJalimane inkuzimalanga Lamakhandlela esiwazi kahle safika nawo ziyamazi ukuthi ubani usithunywa wamanzi, zimbiza ngegama, zidwebele ama-pentagrams lezi bese zimbiza ngegama. Nina ke njengoba nimisa Lamakhandlela nani nimisa nidweba phansi ama-pentagram bathakathi? Ngiyabonga nje ukuthi hayi impela inzima lento because you see a lot of people going through it and it's very difficult to explain. Masu uhambile waya ngale wafika wabuka ukuthi igame idlala kanje. Manje I'm trying to explain to you, it's going to sound very like an attack or something disagreeing, but the fact of the matter is nidlala imidlalo engayi-understand. Ukuba kuya ngami ngaba ngithi ngingadlaleli eduze kwamakhandlela alinge, because you are invoking nibiza imoya engayi-understand. Futhi ke nje ngisama sibhekisise kahle indaba ebudlelwane benu nesithunywa. Hayi isithunywa sasentabeni ufuna ukhanyise ikhandlela eligreen. Hayi isithunywa sasekuphi eli-brown. Niyithatha phi yonke lento le? What does it mean? Obani laba abadinga ukuphakanyiswa ngamakhandlela? Nidlala ngelangabi nje. Ngoba phela usuke ufuna ukudlala ngelangabi ukuhlukana kwazo. Amalanga abanamakhala ahlukile vele according to different energies they produce. hlala ngelanga blue phambi isithunya sasemanzini. It's very strange. Oh, pinky. Yes, I saw something purple. Now, angifuni ukuthi ube sengathi silwa kakhulu, but siyana vele ngoba ngifuna siphume kule nto. Sokahamba ke nawe uyibhekela ubuye uzokhuluma nawe uma-comment unothanda comment la ningitshela ukuthi Lamakhandlela enu niwathathe phi. Abe kuphi Lamakhandlela ngo-1651. 1600 Lamakhandlela abe kuphi? Bekuthiwa bekwenziwa njani ke ngoba kade engekho ke. Abantu bebephila beqhubeka benemisinto ebazenzayo benamakhaya. Engekho Lamakhandlela. Lawe nibhizi nawo manje. Sandlala ngathi nina. Lokhu nithi nenza nithi niyathandaza yeka lezinto lezi. Lezinto lezi it's magic. It's Western magic. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with a culture, the tradition yomuntu ayihlangene namuntu. Wena muntu wasemhlabeni ongumsinzi owadala wabusisa ukuthi bekhona phakathi kwezihlwane zonke. Ubuse phezukwazo. Awunayo imvumo yokwenza imlingo. Sinjenje kulezi zimo sekuzona ile mlingo le ekade niyenza kusukela kudala. Baze basinqoba nje basigqilaza ile mlingo le eniyenzayo. Akuvumelekile wena umuntu ukuthi wenze imlingo. Ngoba uthatha uhlanangazele izinto zasemhlabeni. I-authority upside down manje. Fana ngabe thina esilawula sicommand lezi ithunya lezi liphakamisayo niyena ikhonza. You're worshiping them. Ngoba nenza imlingo, nqina ukusebenza kanzima. Njengoba nathi ukuthi nisebenze kanzima. Nifuna ukuthumela imimoya ukuthi nenze lezi zinto. All the while yonke into idingayo ikhona kuwe. Ayikho imimoya enadalela ukuthi niyikhothamele emhlabeni. Ngiyaxakeka masikhothama kangaka phambi kwemimoya. Sishise ibani phela nje shona sivumbuka. Anye bayiqhila ngoba befuna ukuceba emoyeni benze ubuqhila obunzima obujulile ubuqhila. Befuna ukuba nengcebo. And then when you look at him moya babhiza what how? Yazi scam phela lesi. Angabushaya lento le ihambe la. But akazi uyena ucabanga ukuthi imphethe. Thatha izinto ni upside down ngoba nifuna ama-shortcut. Funa ama-shortcut nenze imlingo. Imlingo mayenziwa umuntu ongumsinsi emhlabeni iletha isiqalekiso. Iletha isiqalekiso imlingo. Yonke imlingo eniyenzayo iletha isiqalekiso phezu kwenhlabathi, phezu kwezizukulwane. Phezu kwezilwane, phezu kwezitshalo. Umhlaba ubona nje ukuthi uyafiphala nje uyashona. Yonke into iyabuna ingoba abantu bangena emlingweni. Kuyasho negama ethi umlingo. Khona ulingwayo phakathi kwaleyo nto leyo. It is very yazisho yona umlingo. Magic. Abantu bakithi bayafika bayibuka lento babeyazi ukuthi yini. They didn't say ukuthi hayi imagic. Bathi umlingo lo. Bayawazi. So kudala abekhuziwe ngawo. Kodwa ngoba yonke into nayi-remixa, yonke into nayi-remix. Ufika into ufuna ukuyenza ngendlela yakhe ithandwa wena kube i-trend. Akekho ozimisele ngokuma entweni athi thina sabantu izinto sizima kanje. Funa lokhu kukhona i-variation. Kufana nalento yemvunulo le nenzayo. Implaselo yini. Variation for what? Gcine ngasesikona. Ngcono siyekeni. Ngoba none of these things have to do with tradition. Ubusinsi bomuntu abusekho kuyo yonke into esenzayo. Because sokusiremixa nje. siyahamba isikhathi, we forget the essence of what actually is supposed to be happening. Mningi manje ama-variations around umshado. Isiko lomshado nokuganana selihluke ngendlela eyisimanga. Uthi ushona ngapha kuthiwa hayi la kwenziwa ukuthi, ushona ngapha lo kwenziwa. Kahleni bo. Kodwa mawuya laba base-West, umshado kanje ingubo emhlophe, isudi esontweni or phambi kwabazali, lapho nje kunesivumelwano, kushiwo ama-vows, kufakwa ring, standard. La kuthina sekuyitayile eningi ongayi-understand. Ngazi lokho ngabo kwamaZulu lokho, kwamaKhizeni lokho, hayibo. Okwamachunu lokho ungasazi ukuthi kahle isintu siqala phi sigcine kuphi, bese ngena izitayela in between. Nezitayela seziphenduke zaba amasiko. That's the danger yalezi zinto. We have amakhandlela, izitayela zamakhandlela emsamu nje, ingoba abantu abafuni ukuhlala entweni yabo. Now we can look into who was teaching abantu bethu lemkhuba yobungoma namakhandlela. We're going to talk about that somewhere ngoba July kanje. Sizokhuluma siqombe futhi siqonde namagama alabelunga ebafundisa lendlela yokuthakatha. Afundisa nezindophi lezi incwa ino. Yithini? Ade ngibuka nje ezinye ingane zamawele zifake izintambo lezi nidini. Lezi zintambo zeni. Sengikhohliwe negama lazo lezi zintambo. Ezimbali eminingi. Yes, on the witch's rope. It's a witch's rope. Bias. Heshe. Bafika nayo. Yes, nayo la. Nayithatha nenze yini. Well, all these colorful ropes ayingekho la. Ngisho ingcweba, mawukhuma ngengcweba ukhuma ngento ehlukile, completely different. Bona manje abantu babhisi. Amabhayi, yiphika. Yini, all these different colors. It's magic. Imlingo. Ayihlangene neculture. Those are very simple. Like, who's this guy? Dr. Henry Clark. What is saying? If into ungakwazi ukuyitrace beyond the time of invasion, leyo nto leyo akusiyona iculture. Uma into ungakwazi ukuyitrace beyond the time of invasion, in this case like in the 1600s, if ngama-1600s bengakafiki lapho yayingekho leyo nto leyo, ifunani kwiculture yabantu? It has to be taken out ngoba isingumfakela leyo nto. Nihleli naku 11 cows manje, nihleli 11 cows anifuna nokusuka 11 cows, but nazi kahle ukuthi nayinikeza usomtsewu leyo nqubo leyo. Inqubo kaSomtsewu iyilobolo labantu and its culture for some strange reason. Ubone ukuthi abantu abayimisele kanjani ngenqubo yabo yempilo. Le culture le bahlezi becala becula ngayo la ukuthi hayi amasiko thina sabantu. Uma sokubheka izinto ezenziwayo ngempela ubona ukuthi hayi baya foster laba. Foster nini? Ngakho ke ngokuze usibone la emkhizweni insibhizi nezikhumba nani ngoba siyazi ukuthi kufanele ukuthi siyadlala. Ngcono kuyekweni nje kanje. Kubheka ukuthi siphambeke kuphi and then change izinto slowly. Sibheke sishone emuva silehle. Ibhidani la siyabonga wegobani. La mabhidani lawa abawayo ubuthungayo. Bawathatha phi? Intambo yamalokhuzana le yabathakathi yase-Europe. Bayazi. Tendala. Ikhodi yabathakathi le. Colorful. Babe bopha ngayo into zabo lesi. Bathini ama-charms. Babopha ama-charms. Babopha imishayelo le abendiza ngayo. Into yabo nje ndala. Manje nina seniyithathe nenza ngathi into yenu. Into yabendala. Athi abethandela i-thrashings. I-thrashing. Babefuna ukwenza lelokhuzana lemshanelo yabo leyo yokundisa. Bantu bakithi-ke lethatha lezi zinto lezi bayibize ngamabhidane. Nansi la ithi ngo isijwayele ukuyiphasa around. Museum lezi zinto zabo. Nokuthi-ke wena hayi amasiko qhamukaphi? What are these candles? Nothathephi? What are these bidans? Nothathaphi lama bidans? Ubani wanthuma ukuthi yenza lama bidans? You know, ikhona into ethi sihleka nje emini udadewethu ukuthi yazi abantu indlela abadlala ngakhona. Umuntu uyagijima yofuqeleka abantu thwasa qeda nasiqedile bese uthi ayike mntanami thina bese ngashongo ukuthi uya lapho ubani ubethume lapho. Hayi awusihlalele phansi. Indlela esidumeke ngayo emqondweni nokudideka nokuphapha konke kuhlangene into one. We don't investigate. We know nothing about our culture. We don't know where we come from. We don't know where we are going. Ingakho-ke silana busy nezinto zabathakathi base-Europe. Alekho ikhandlela emsamu likaze futhi libe khona. Kaze nje libe khona ikhandlela emsamu. Ujayele nje uthi ngempela niyithatha lento. Ufike nje umkhulu wakho wangama-1300s afike nje ugedla ibukisa athi hayi wemntanami la ubokhanyisa ikhandlela liyelo lapho ungibizi. Ngibuse ukuthi uhambe wekhehla ungitshela wawulazi lapha ikhandlela likhandwa ngani? Sodlala ngathi lana. Well, that's the situation. Dealing with this issue yamakhandlela. Ngifuna nje ukuthi ngikhulume ngayo ngoba I've been looking at it for a very long time, looking at how we can talk about it, but you know, to keep with the spirit of today, senze imisebenzi engaka yokulwisana nendlela yondukiso, we might as well talk about these candles. Ayihlangene nomuntu ongumsinsi emhlabeni indaba yamakhandlela. This is why you don't even find them lapha kuma eKhem. If we don't want to talk about our civilizations amadala, you don't see these candles there. All these colorful candles, you don't see them kuma cliffs. And babe particular kabi. Even imagic yabo bayenza kuleza ekhathi bebenza sure ukuthi bayishiya beyifake elokhuzeni. Don't bedwebile. They were very particular about it because it's something they took seriously. Yeah, amakhandlela ngwagijime kakhulu weboss angigemeli, but it's fine. Angize ngizoconvince. Amakhandlela ngwagijime kakhulu for years. I think more than 8 years dealing with candles, each single color, understanding ukuthi ke kahle kahle kusokwenzakalani. You know, and they are very clear amakhosi athi hayi sifuna ukuthi uyibuka zonke lezi zinto fana ngoba siyabuka la ukuthi kwenzeka izinto eziningi and understand ukuthi lezinto lezi nizenza ngobani. Awenze la uzobona ukuthi kwenzakalani, ubuke, and sure enough you will see. Yabona nje leli eli green usuke uzibizela amachedawuli nje, biza nje amachedawuli uyazi ukuntshontshela imali la, wena uthi unyusa ucebo ngitshontshela kunyisa amachedawuli, uthi ulandela iyelo uzilindela nje leba abantu khona lokho kufishanyana ngana. Bathi kwama-aliens manje unamahla amakhulu ongakanyana okwabasebenzi gijima no-Apollo la kufike kuzotapa la wena, tapa la wena gijima kuyohambisa ku-Apollo. But ke nibe lokudlala la cha ukuthi le makhandlela lawa wenu azi nani wathathephi amakhandlela. Umkhulu bani umuzwa kabani owaqhamuka namakhandlela. This great idea makuyisiko livelaphi isiko laqalwa isiphi isizwe leli siko lamakhandlela. Susana amakhandlela emsamu hlukane nje futhi nawo ngoba nisilandela inkinga yonke le magic eniyenzayo silethela iziqalekiso. Indaba yakho fundo kuthiwa ngiyekisa abantu into zabe ngiyazi vele into ebuhlungu nje sasala nje nenkani ucula uphapha nokuthanda izinto. Yini futhi enye bashira ningi nje bashira kona ungasizi ngalutho nokungazwani. Mina I come to this platform ngoba izinto eziningi sengiyithathile personal, ngazizwa ngomuntu ngazingena ngaphuma kuzo shona le omantindane komzini impela usukuzibizela bona. So it's a method of witches ezangenzakala in this path of Lamakhandlela. September was such a very good day, and you know I had been playing around with this purple candle. Sihambe Devonport Square. Get Devonport Square, turning around. I want to the island, and I don't know any white people, but what this white lady uhamba phezu kwento mhlambe ethi hlofu yabo. So people are just turning and looking ukuthi ubani yabo. And I'm asking ukuthi ngihamba naye Taibu, uyabona nani ukuthi kwenzakalani? Athi hayi nani ngiyaxakela. Hey, and then we enter into this other aisle and we notice a pentagram on one of the ladies. Ugqoke kahle nje, smart, but she had this pentagram la. She knows something around here. One energy emathalathi nje. Hey, about it. And it was like midday. Indlela okupraising ngayo, yabo. And ngathi babetshelena ngazi ukuthi mhlambe babengazi or something, but it was very interesting the way they would just take note of us. Mas book says, and they'd be like, "Hi, Spanban, are these any of your friends?" I didn't know. I must go wrong, but what's going on? Asambe. So as I said, Sasha Shakers took both the items. Sapuma. Mas Pumage, I could feel good to know we are being watched thoroughly. Yabo. I think to me how this is very curious. You know, must begin lean. Bese ethi mkhulana uhlala phansi athi yabona kuphephulo wakho awumkhanyise kubona ukuthi uzobonana. Hayi ngimkhanyisa uphephulo and ngayibuka ifilm. This white lady, she had a bowl of water and hlezi la indishi it looked like in silver. Uhleli iphambi kwakhe amanzi lawa and ukhanyisela lamakhandlela, and she's looking into this water. La abanye bahleli emva kwakhe, I can see them in the background and they're chanting some things. And I'm taking perspective through her eyes now. She's looking at us and she's trying to channel some energies. I'm like, how? Yeah? Oh, no wonder bekukade nje suddenly explain. I said, yeah, no, exactly. That's what she was doing. That is your candle. So I'm like, but how is it working for them instead of me? Because the meaning of the candle, libalanda libanikeze i-access kanjani. I said, yeah, phela wena ucanga ukuthi ke lama spirits soyiwa invoker awakuphi, uhlanganaphi nalama spirits lawa invoker ngalama. Here's your example, and it was very clear to me from the day. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with. So I spent a lot of time, even after that, I spent a lot of time with candles, matching them, trying different colors. So you're not going to tell me about candles today, and I'm not going to try to convince you, but the reality of the situation is sigijimela izinto esingazazi, and ngoba sithanda izinto, we're going to end up doing magic. And one thing I know about magic is that iletha isiqalekiso, not just on yourself, kumndeni wakho, community isizwe sisonke. This is why sinezinkinga ezingasolveki. If Lamakhandlela besebenza ngale ndlela, kumele ngabe kade isizwe sakhanyiseleka, but hey, so that's a brief story on these candles. I have so many other stories about these candles. It's so funny. And ukhona le nto ethi, I should tell you ukuthi yabona futhi le nto le kumele uyigade ngoba it's a way of opening a portal into your sacred space and yourself. Kukhona imoya engeke ikwazi ukufinyelela ekuthinte until udlale ngamakhandlela. Ilapho nje nemoya, because you have to ask yourself, what is it that thing ukuthi ikhanyisele? Because now the method yokumisa isibani is a method of prayer. Who is this that needs a fire to be kickstarted? Angeke umdala efika akhanda ubusuku nobusa bese futhi at the same time athi hayi khanyisa ngamakhandlela ukuze ningibone umhlola wami onloyo. But again, that's just how it is. Maybe again someone can teach me some other things about Lamakhandlela, but as far as I've known them, as far as I'm still seeing them today, it's a magic. Spell casting. It's Western spell casting. That's all it is. And you're playing with entities on our understand. And the bottom line is, lama entities lawo akusibona my friends wakho. Hayo into ebaluleke kakhulu ukuthi lama entities lawo nidlala ngawo awusema friends yenu. When you think, because you see, if you understand indaba ka-Apollo, for example, then you will understand why lento yesibani esiyelo sihambisana no-prophet kakhulukazi. Because if you read up a lot on Apollo is said to be a god of what you call this art? What you call it? Clairvoyance. Yes. clairvoyance and prophecy. That's Apollo. And labantu laba who tend to be very attracted towards this yellow candle, laba abathanda ukuthi baba prophet abafaka iphika lesi as a yellow and green nama-cross emuva. There you go. Ihambisana ngani nalento ye-clairvoyance. Bazokubhulela ke bakutshela indaba ezokwenza ukuthi hayi uyahlahluba ngisho njalo. Yellow candle, clairvoyance, Apollo. You see. Now, I understand that sometimes they want to talk about chakras. Ubani wanjela ukuthi ama-chakras anama-colors ahlukile. And ubani wathi your chakras need to be phakamisat ngama-flames of ama-candles. Benenze njani before kufika ama-candles? Were your chakras non-existent? As eba khona ngoba sekhona ama-candles. Is what you say? Nasazodlala nini? If you had your kundalini, umbilini wakho la, wawukhona engabe khona into ikhandlela emhlabeni. Phoke yini le ethi ama-chakras have to do with ama-candles? Sanzodlala nini? It's nothing to do with chakras. Your chakras, if you knew about your chakras, then you will understand what you know. They are more about feeling than vision. So in the Abama colors, it really is not a thing. But feeling different types of energies will present to you a picture of what seems like a color, but it's not a color le. Any tatani paramisa. 40, if you turn on that candle, it doesn't do anything for you. To move and change your chakras or elevate them or manipulate them or flow them, you need to be in a proper emotional space. It's got nothing to do with Lamakhandlela. Until you are emotionally proper. Ngadlalela kude namachakra. Ngisho ngikhaisa amakhandlela 25,000 ama-chakras akho ngeze aligned until you are emotionally adjusted. Kumele ukhiphe amaqhubu, uzazi, uxolele abantu, ufunde ukujabula, ufunde ukuthula, ufunde ukuthokoza, ufunde uthando. Have these emotions that are vibrating positive, a balance with the negative, ube pure of heart. That's the only time you're going to understand the chakras. I go to uzolungisa ama-chakras akho ngamakhandlela. What are you trying to do? You are just simply opening portals for my entities to come in and do nesiNtu. That's all it is. This is a witchcraft. It's a spell thing. This is why nina kupheleli ngoba you don't understand. Laba bayazi ukuthi makubeka lamakhandlela lawo, they arrange them in this pentagram, badwebe. And then bese biza amagama azo lezi entities. They know them ngamagama uthi ubani. Tisibani come ungisize la kuze ngempela kube kanjalo. But ngoba nina nifuna ukuthatha izinto zase-West izenze culture, nifike nibeka amakhandlela bese nibiza abantu basemakini, bayaxakekela nje nabo ukuthi okay. Kwenzakalani la? Balunguze hayi okay. Bese ngicabanga ukuthi ke abantu abadala abanensizwe ngalutho kanti nibhizi nezinto ezirong. You see. So to each his own, but le amakhandlela ngiyitadishe kakhulu angidlali futhi nayo. Okay, understand ukuthi it's a witchcraft. That's all it is. We will talk about lento yalentambo le ebhidani le ukuthi kahle le ebhidani yaqala ubani la eMzansi. Khona le yankosi yeni le yana enikhonzile abayifaka lento yamabhidani. And then it will leak to all these church uniforms. You must understand also, realize ukuthi le ntambo ebhidani bese ubheka ukuthi mangaka ama-colors ama-church uniforms aqalwe ama-Africans. Because you see, soon as that man took this pact yamabhidane le wayenza waboshwa leya nkunzi emnyama. If you remember my dream that I talked about, uthi ngaqaqa leya nkunzi yakudala ngayiqaqa ngayikhipha lamabhidane la iboshwe ngawo igubiwe. Ngathi ukuguba inkunzi uthathe ubophe uphondo lapha ekhanda ubophe nenqindi. So lamakhalazi lawa bese ubheka inkonzo namakhalazi iy'nkonzo eziwagqokayo ngokuhlukana kwazo. It's linked. So ufuna ama-chakras. Ambani ocima amakhandlela qala lapho bese ngizokwenza ukhuluma indaba yonombelisa abayisikhombisa. But yes, leyo we will talk about it. Njengoba sikhuluma ngalamakhandlela lawo. We have to dismantle some things. And then we have to build a different way ngoba njengoba sabantu sibhizinisi izinto esingasidingi. Ithini yethu indlela na? What is our thing? Efuna thina yini efuna thina na? Yabo ngoba akusizi to be messing around with these things ngoba even nalento yamanzi, you see, if you don't understand the nature of water, then you're going to be doing a lot of magic. Yeah. It is very funny because labantu laba abathi basebenzisa iwasho bayihlekisa isikhathi bathi banamanono in abayithinti imithi bathi unqumane inkukhu. So it's very questionable ukuthi lona igazi leli bayathanda ukuthi nichithe. Magicians. Nidlala ama-magicians. That's all it is. And it's not funny, guys. Angifuni ukunikhohlisa. Azundlala ama-magicians and nizogijima nofunda i-magic. Nisilendele isiqalekiso ezokuloko iqhubekile generation after generation. Lo sithi abantu bayaphuma egqilazekeni. Hayi abantu abaphumi. Sithi bayaphuma abantu uqilise nabantu abaphumi, but ama-methods okubagqilaza are more and more sophisticated each day. Yabo, because vele manje asagqilazekile ngalendlela ukuthi sikhudula ngamaveni. Cha, sekunama systems ayinqesa agcina sigqilazekile. We can't even breathe manje ngaphandle kokudinga belungu. Asikwazi ngisho ukushona etoilet. We need abalungu. Mele siyokhothamela kubasi ukuze sidle. Uqili lobo. Asikwazi ngisho ukulungisa izimo emphakathini yethu. Mele sicele kubelungu ipermission. Uqili lobo. Injalo nje. I-livelihood yethu depends on other people abangasifuni, because we are engaging kwizinto ezisinika isiqalekiso that push us far and further away from isibusiso kuyesu. Ilapho nje amakhandlela eni lawo qhubekani nawo, kodwa ke mina sengiyitshelile ukuthi kuhamba kanjani. Ngiqedile eyami party, it's done. I'm not going to argue with anyone. I'm not going to fight you. If you want to do your candles, do your candles. Usitshela ukuthi uhambe uyofika kuphi. But understand ukuthi every time you light a candle, busy uyakhuluma phezulu amakhandlela, you are opening a portal. To whom? Ours. Qedile lapho. Ngiyabonga abantwana ukuthi you are here commenting. Ngabe sephelile namasalad akhismusi madoda. Cha. Injalo ke namhlanje. Sicela nje ukubonga kakhulu labathi sibambisene nabo ekseni. Ngifuna ukuphinda ngikhulumele ngoba lo amsebenzi ujulile, and it's very interesting ukuthi inkosi yamaqwabe isheshe yabuyisa feedback sekuvezelwa yona. Yilonto engihlezi ikhuluma ke abantu basemkhizwaneni ukuthi la ekhaya ihamba ngokuthi akusi ukuthi inkosi yakamkhize kuphela ezovelelwa imbono ngezinto esizenzayo. So has to do but yokubuyisa isizwe. Ngakhulu ubambisana wethu ukuvuka ekuseni sibonane nenhlamvu elanga, sibuke ilanga lidlala lapha, but sikwazile ukufinyelela kulowo ngundima enkulu. Sizobona ngokuhamba kwesikhathi ukuthi ngempela usizwile yini, kodwa-ke asiyindoda enamanga futhi asiyindoda futhi ejikayo entweni. Iyona lento eyenza ukuthi okhokho basheshe bembalekele ngoba babekhala ngokuthi u-strict kakhulu. Hayi, laba angeni lokhuza ugobane lapha, angeni konzi lutho. Ngiyadlulisa nje ukuthi sometimes mangidlulisa izinto so ngidlulisa from a specific authority, so bese kuzwakala kabuhlungu, kanti cha angilwi. Ngiyathetha nje kodwa hayi ngoba ngi-angry ukuthi ngisuke ngifuna ukugcizelele ukuthi no, we are not asking, yabo, we are telling you ukuthi these are the things that happen. You see, I'm very determined kulento ukuthi people need to understand the mechanisms behind spirituality, because it's not a hocus pocus thing. Yabona mazohlalela ucabanga ukuthi lento is a hocus pocus thing, uhlanganisa lokhu nalokhu, and there are no repercussions, then usekude uphuma kuma-tricks, yabo, sekude uphuma kuma-traps, ngoba lento ye-spirituality ihamba nema-mechanisms akhona anemthetho. They are physical laws that they need to obey. Nazo lezi ilokhuzana igebengu lezi ezinisebenzisayo zinihambisa emasontweni, zinihambisa koma-magician lapha niphambisa Lamakhandlela, nazo ziyazi ukuthi azikwazi ukwenza anything at all without ukusho komuntu. Wena fanele ukhiphe igama elithi makwenze ukuthi, then the spirit can act. Iyona lento le ethi ngithi nina lento yokuthwasa iwuthwala, because you are the one who has to vuma the burden. Uyavuma umthwalo, uyavuma. It's a pact that you make. Otherwise, this thing can't act until when vuma. You see, blood pacts, oral pacts, maningi khona ngisho abakwenza ngani. Say something was shown today ukuthi someone was taking itshe kubekwa amatshe, and there'll be a pact, imvumelano zelokhuzana zemphongolo le imvumelwano, the acts of the covenants, yeah. But there are many different pacts abawenzayo abantu, bawenza nama-spirits abanga-understand, because they don't understand the mechanism behind. Thathe amanzi aphinki uthi ufuna ukuba muhle, you are making a pact with ispirits zika-Aphrodite. You are saying to Aphrodite, go out and make me appeal and attract all men. Ube aphrodisiac, hence the term aphrodisiac. Thathwa again Aphrodite. So ngesikhathi ubhizi namanzi aphinki uthi ufuna ukuba muhle, ufuna attract amadoda right, all you are doing is wena you are allowing Aphrodite ukuthi azokungena kuwe and possess you. Akufebise u-Aphrodite, uzokufebisa ke, yebo, uzokufebisa kahle kule madoda lawo wabona ukuthi awafuni, kodwa yena uzokufebisa nje, uzophuma ungena ebafaneni, ngoba usuhamba nalo moya ke manje ke, yebo, nisukela izinto ninga-understand. Ukhona lo wayekhala ngokuthi ke, you know, akasathandi, yabo, but she has to be with all these different men. Kodwa uyena wayethi ufuna ukuba a certain way, yabo. yebo uyayidla imali yamadoda but usekhathele, and then she overdosed on drugs washona. Hambe nifuna amanzi apink. Even nale yokudlisa, there is a pact that you are making with the spirit. You are literally making a pact with the spirit on account of someone. You are telling a spirit ukuthi ngibambele lo yamuntu lo. Yabo. And then I would allow you to become my husband. Umuntu wakho uthi uthandana naye umshadile in manje senze ukwenza ukuthi wamdlisa, kanti sekukhona umoya ohlala kuyo wenza sure ukuthi akahambe ube nesicefe. Ngoba phela your own spirit cannot stay with is unclean for too long. Aba umoya wakho wavela nesidina manje lo muntu sengithanda kakhulu. Uthanda uyena ilesa spirit esesimphosisile manje athi uthe akanamathelwe ispirit usenamathelwe ke ispirit leso ke manje sikunamathele. You've made a pact with the spirit ukuthi sigobe lo yamuntu ukuthi athande wedwa, but manje as time goes sikunukela kabi spiritual sizocika, and then you want him gone. So akhala ke manje uthi hey ngisamfuna kodwa awumdlisile wazi kahle ukuthi wenzani. These are the things that I'm talking about ukuthi abantu are doing izinto but they don't understand the mechanics. There's a mechanic behind every single thing in the spiritual realm. As much as there are mechanics behind everything in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm as well, there are rules. You don't get anything for free. If you're saying ufuna ukudlisa umuntu athande wena wedwa, then you understand ukuthi there's a cost ozoyikhokha. You're not gonna do it for free. Ukuthi uhambile wamkhokhela isibanibani $100 or $200 uthi akunenze lo muthi. No, ayipheli lapho. Ayipheli lapho uzokhokha wena personally. Through your own spirit, your own soul, izohlalelana nemoya le oyifuna ukuthi isebenze lapha. Ngale sikhathi kulala nayo lo moya ilala wena in the spiritual realm. Ubona nje ugcina usungasamfuni umuntu ngoba manje you don't understand the mechanics. As I was saying the other week ukuthi ifana nalabo mama no baba abangafuni ingane iphume emakhaya. Bahamba umuntu athi ufuna ingane yami ebuye engahambi ekude yofunda kude. Obviously you are sending a spirit of disruption. Sizofika ispirit simhlakazele yonke into akade tuyisebenzela ukuze azohlupheka abuye ezohlala ekhaya. Angithi ufuna abuye ekhaya. That's the only way that's going to happen. That's the mechanics of saying ufuna ukuthi umntwana angaphumi ekhaya. La azama ukuyihlanganisela khona impilo yakhe kuzokonakala. Because otherwise mangonakale there's no reason for them to come back. Bese you are wondering now ukuthi why is this child back here engasebenzi? Kodwa wena owahamba wayofuna umuthi lapha ukuthi ingane ayibuye ayisabuye ekhaya. Oh isihleli nomkayo kakhulu lapha hayi udla imali yengane yami. Uhamba ulanda umuthi and you put umuthi. Hambe ke spirit sohlakaza lapha. Mele kuhlakazeke lapha ukuze izobuya ke izohlala nawe la. Mele uhlaleke manje ke manje you have to pay the cost phela ngithi. Sezohlala ke manje uyigada ingane yakho igonethe ngithi phela ufuna ukuthi igonethe ingahambi yokondla ingane zayo. That's the mechanic of it. Mechanisms. There are rules for everything. Nothing is for free in the universe. Nothing. If you want something, you must always ask yourself, what am I going to pay in return? If you want to say candle blue, ask yourself, what am I going to be paying in return? Whose power am I invoking? God amandla ngaphandle. God amandla ngaphandle. Afika ne-price. Awadlali. God amandla ngaphandle. Afika ne-price. This is why siboshiwe sigqilaziwe. We are paying a price for izinto ezenziwa wokhokho kudala. benze izinto. This is why I had that series on amathwalo. Go back to it. Uqale from eqaleni ngikhuluma ngethwalo lika-Abraham. Kubuke naye. Because izinto ezenziwa kudala siyazikhokhela njengamanje. We are paying. Futhi lela Abraham ngihlekisa kabi ngoba uAbraham was even told ukuthi wena njengoba uthatha lesivumelwano nami njengamanje ngizothatha izizukulwane zakho zihambe ziyohlushwa le eGibhithe for hundreds and hundreds of years. Bese ngiyikhipha seyiphethe into enkulu. Read your own Bible there. Nothing is for free in the universe. Hambe nithatha izinto ngicanga ukuthi umdlalo. If anything is doing anything magical, if Lamakhandlela ekwenzela some magical thing, then ask yourself, how am I paying for that? Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. These are things of witchcraft and magic. Ufanele hlukane nazo ngoba wena you cannot be here uzoba isicela ngobe in this place called planet Earth. Mithanda. Angathundi mankulu ngaqhubeka sikhanyisela. Asikhiphe kulolu gibe lokudukiswa nokusetshenziswa. Mithanda. Aphinde futhi asindlalele zonke izimfihlo sizibeke ubala. Bese phinde sipha nomqondo wokuzi-understand ngoba kubalekile ukuthi siziqonde izimfihlo kakhulu nokuba sizithole ngoba akusizi ukuthola izimfihlo ngaphandle komqondo ojulile ukuzijulela. Phinde siphe ukuphokophela nokuzimisela sikwazi ukwenza lokho okufanelekile ngokuzinikela. Mithanda. Ukhanye unaphakade nokuhlala kithi.